Hello all. To my United States audience, welcome back after a long and hopefully uneventful weekend. I pray that it was good and restful. To all of us, welcome to December. The past week seemed to be a bit quieter, thankfully. However, there was still plenty of news to report on and some major things to be aware of and to take appropriate action on. This email and video commentary is from the RedDotSecurity.news website, which contains a plethora of links to other items not mentioned here that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's provided in these opening comments. So, on to the headline news. ASUS warns of a new critical auth bypass flaw in AI cloud routers. 9 vulnerabilities were plugged in unspecified AI cloud routers. At least one of these vulnerabilities could enable remote code execution on the router without authentication. If you use any ASUS router, you are advised by the company to update immediately to the latest version. CrowdStrike fires suspicious insider who passed information to hackers. This story is unfortunately one that is growing. Threat actors are having an increasingly difficult time breaching networks in traditional ways due to better security practices. They've always attempted to recruit insiders to provide passwords or install malware, and some take them up on the promise of easy money. But new trends in evil have threat actors reaching out and threatening insiders with all sorts of evil. Some have sent pictures of potential insiders of their homes, children, and more. This is escalating in very dangerous ways. Firefox patched a critical defect. Update to the latest version as soon as you're able if you don't have automatic updates enabled already. This defect in their WebAssembly engine can allow for memory corruption and subsequent arbitrary code execution. JP Morgan, Citi, Morgan Stanley, and more assess fallout from Citus AMC data breach. I suspect that this is a data breach that will have wide-ranging implications for hundreds of thousands of consumers. This was first detected on November 12 and became public knowledge on November 25 when notices started arriving to lenders serviced by Citus AMC. There are a lot more than the 3 mentioned in the headline. The amount and type of information that is likely now in threat actors' hands is quite broad. As reported by CSO Magazine, quote, "The company's role in mortgage processing involves handling extensive personal information, including social security numbers, financial account details, and employment records as found on loan applications," end quote. This is a massive treasure trove that has just been pillaged. The race to regulate AI has sparked a federal versus state showdown. Thankfully, federal law supersedes state law. Unfortunately, in the case of AI, the Fed has been quite remiss in timely addressing proper governance of AI, so states have rightfully taken it upon themselves to pass a hodgepodge of laws to safeguard their citizens. 28 states already have around 100 laws that are attempting to regulate AI in areas of child safety, deepfake, notifications, and similar. I vehemently disagree with those that say this is a state matter. You cannot operate in a global internet and somehow be expected to adhere to a patchwork quilt of laws that depend on which state your consumer is based in. The sheer amount of machination required to tool for the geopolitics and the ever-changing laws would be very innovation-stifling, if not killing. A company's most logical option would be to adopt the most restrictive policy so they don't run afoul of the law. We need a unified national overarching legal framework for standard AI governance, and we need it yesterday. I ate a lot, and then I needed a nap. Thankfully, the world didn't blow up while I was passed out this past Thursday. And 23 days from Monday, if you celebrate Christmas, it's a do-over. Yum. Keep the shields up.